Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia and I'm glad to welcome you all on the practical session where we are going to apply advanced sugar configuration technique to overcome business challenge. But first of all, let me say a few words about our company. We are working with Sugar CRM more than 8 years and we completed more than 150 projects. And based on this experience, we find out the way to apply configuration instead of custom development. And this is how Logic Builder configuration tool for Sugar was created. We are using Logic Builder internally to complete Sugar projects, and today I'll share my experience with you. If you are interested what tasks we already showed and solved, you may visit our site to take a look at the previous webcasts or webinars related to the variety business challenges addressed by Logic Builder and other our products as well. So, today we are going to do the following. Help sales managers to properly compose quote for customers considering promises for marketing. It means that in product catalogs there are a lot of different products, and on some of them, marketing department compose promotional campaigns. For example, here in product catalog we have light switches and sockets product category, and marketing offers 15% discount on some of these products from particular vendor when quote amount is more than $200. So let's go to the sugar and let's see what assets we have. So the quotes module, where sales manager composes quotes for customers, open, for example, some quote, add new quoted line item, define some product from this product catalog, and here manager can apply discount manually, means enter it here or leave it as is. While marketing department in campaigns module creates, sorry, let me just open this module. Yep, found it. So marketing department in campaigns module creates campaigns on some product categories. For example, here is active promotional campaign on this product category, light switches and sockets, from this manufacturer, and offers a 15% discount on these products. But how sales manager can find out it? So today our task is to combine information for two different domains. To implement this task into life, I choose configuring approach because criteria of applying discount is constantly changed. Means today it is maybe $200 threshold, while in months it may be some criteria, some other criteria, or for example some set of rules to apply discounts. That is why our today implementation must meet criteria of flexibility and easy changing. And for this I will use advanced workflow because I can meet both flexibility and easy changing. So that is why advanced workflow will solve these tasks today. Let's go to the process definitions where our processes are stored. Actually, I've already created a process to implement these tasks. Let me show it. It's quite simple. But when I'm creating in advanced workflow this task, I face a challenge. That campaigns module is not related not to quotes, not to products. So in advanced workflow, I have no possibility to find out active campaigns. But with extension, Logic Builder extension for advanced workflow, I can empower advanced workflow with custom logic built in Logic Builder. You already may notice that there are two custom elements, this one and this one, which were brought into advanced workflow with this extension, Logic Builder extension for advanced workflow. So let's take a look what this process does. When new quoted line item created, I calls to custom logic, which going to find active campaigns actually campaigns that in status active. And then if there are any, I evaluate here in advanced workflow, are there any campaigns were found? And if yes, then I evaluate the amount of the quote. And if amount is more than $200, I proceed to applying discount to the to my quote, actually quote line item. And actually that's it. Let's take a closer look on these custom elements. So let me open settings of the first one. As I mentioned, this element is going to call custom logic that we are going to design in Logic Builder in a few minutes. And what settings are here? First of all, we select what logic we are going to call, because it may be several different small processes, small automations that we designed in Logic Builder. So here I select which I want to call, and then there are parameters. Means that I can pass some values from advanced workflow to the Logic Builder and from Logic Builder to advanced workflow. Here there are 5 parameters. 2 of them, product category and manufacturer, I'm going to pass from advanced workflow and work with them in Logic Builder. Here I defined a category ID and manufacturer ID. It's both of these fields, parameters, are fields from quoted line item. Discount and campaign name and return parameter, I'm going to set values for these parameters in Logic Builder and then work with them in advanced workflow. Means that discount I'm going to apply to the quote line item as well as campaign name, and return parameter I'm going to use in evaluation criteria in gateway. It is a result parameter, so that is how evaluation gateway element knows what to evaluate. Let me show this in this evaluation criteria. We open settings, and here I've chosen that the return parameter is equal to yes. In this return parameter, I'm going to specify whether campaigns were found or not. And finally, custom element, which is called change fields from service. It actually works in the same way as usual change fields element from advanced workflow. But the difference is that I can set values to fields using values from the Logic Builder. So for example, here I use a discount value that I'm going to set in Logic Builder. So let's go to the Logic Builder, but firstly I want to mention that in going to call some custom logic in advanced workflow, it must be firstly registered in Sugar. It can be done in very simple way in special module LB services, which brought into Sugar again with Logic Builder extension. I'm just created a record, new record, where I specify the name and also all parameters. And that's it. That is how I registered what I want to call from advanced workflow. But now we need to specify what happened when advanced workflow calls to this logic. So for this, we are going to design this logic and go to the Logic Builder, integralcrm.com. It is cloud service, so everything what I need is my browser. So first step is to sign in by my credentials, and then let's create a new project. And firstly, let's define the name of our project. For example, sales, or project for sales. Let's define sales. Then we need to import metadata from Sugar to Logic Builder. That means that Logic Builder needs to know what modules you have, what fields you have. Not you, I mean Sugar. Custom fields, for example, or custom modules. So I will be able to work with all these custom fields, for example, in Logic Builder. And there are three ways how can I import metadata from my sugar instance to the logic builder. First one, actually, it is not importing, it's just using ready-made sugar metadata, means that this is standard out-of-the-box sugar metadata without any customizations. Next, the option to import metadata from a file. For example, if your sugar instance is closed to access from the internet, you may download here a special package, deploy it into Sugar, export metadata, and then download it here. And finally, I can import metadata via URL, means that here I need to specify a URL to my sugar. Let me just copy paste it. I add input here, and then I need to specify a login and password from sugar user. For example, I will use admin. It's preferable to use okay, let's sales project. Let's rename it. Why I can create project? Okay, let me just refresh this page because everything could happen. Again, we sign in. We are going to create new project. Project for automate sales. We are going to import metadata from sugar. Again, I want to put URL and password is this one. And we now creating a new project. And it's preferable to use admin access to Sugar because Logic Builder considering any roles restrictions. So for example, if your user cannot see accounts module, this user won't be able to work with accounts module in Logic Builder as well. So we are in, it is our working canvas. And here we are going to build a visual presentation of our logic, how Sugar will react on some events. Now our event is call from advanced workflow. So for this, let's start to build our logic. For this, in toolbox section, here in menu, I expanded. Here there are a lot of operators, means that I'm going to combine needed for me for complete this task operators to bring some functionality. For example, first of all, we need to start from something. Set up our trigger. And we know that our logic will be called from advanced workflow. And for this, we are using operator on service call. Put it onto canvas. So we have a start point. Here we need to specify what service we are going to describe, because again, it may be several services that are used, for example, in several advanced workflow processes. So here I pick up what service I'm going to describe, find campaign with special offer, and we are done with setting our first element. So what we need to do next? What our aim is to find campaign, whether there is active campaign with for this product category, for this manufacturer, what we define in advanced workflow. But first we need to read these values which were passed from advanced workflow, and in other word, get we can read. I mean, we can use get, so we need get parameters, and we are going to find the operator get service parameters. It's empty now because this operator do not know what service parameters you are looking for. So we need to specify here our data, our service. Where can I get it? Here. Here we choose service and here we input it. And now if I expand this, I see all parameters of my service. And I need to get two service parameters. It's product category and manufacturer. So we define how data flows between these two operators. Here we select service, and here we define that we want to get from this service values from these two parameters. But also we need to define the order of these two operators execution. Means that this is our first element start point, and then we want to execute this operator. I can do this by linking these two operators through these white triangle ports, which are called control flow ports. So I link them, and now I know how my logic will be working by steps. So firstly, we reacts when advanced workflow calls to our service, and then we read parameters from this service. Now we know that product category value and manufacturer value here is ID of the records. And in campaigns module, when marketing creates a new campaign, obviously they do not define ID, but they define the names of the product category and name of the manufacturer. So what we need to do, we need to find the record of product category, and from this record we need to get the name. And the same we need to do on the manufacturer. So let's do this. When we want to find some record and when we know the ID of the record, we are using operator retrieve entity. Here I specify a module where I want to find the record is product categories. Yeah, categories here. And here I need to specify an ID of the record that I'm looking for. And ID will be passed from advanced workflow. That's it. That is how we find our record. And as a result here, we will have the entity with all fields, with values in those fields, and also with all relationships. But for now, we are only looking for value in attribute called name. So we use operator get attribute date. No, let's use another one. Because there are several operators with which you can get what you are looking for. For example, we can use get attribute data, but as well we can use get entity attributes here and specify entity here like this, and here all fields of our product categories, and we are looking for a field called name. And also we do not forget to link operators between each other to define the order of operators execution. So now we get the name of the product category, and the next step we need to do the same steps to find the name of the manufacturer. Again, we use operator retrieve entity, input it here. We specify which module we are looking for is manufacturers, and here we need to specify an ID from which is stored in parameter manufacturer and input it here. And final step is to get the name of the manufacturer here, and here it is, our field manufacturer. So we find out the names of the product category and the name of the manufacturer of the product that was used in quoted line item. And now we can proceed to find the campaign, whether there is a campaign on this product. Again, we are going to look for the record from the module campaigns, but for now we do not know the ID of the record, but we know some attributes. And for this, there is operator retrieve entities by attributes. I pick up it and input into Canvas. Let me zoom in a little bit and put it here. Okay, so retrieve entities by attributes means that I want to find some record from some module, because I do not specify yet here anything, by some attributes. So we are looking for record in campaigns module, where value from field product category and value from field manufacturer is the same as we selected in quoted line item. So it works in the same way. For example, when you perform searching in Sugar, you open some module, you pick up filters and specify values for these filters. Our filters are field product category and manufacturer, and values from those filters we get from the quoted line item record. And finally, let's pick up one more attribute called status, because I want to find only active campaigns for this product. And I need to specify the value active here. And I know that status in campaigns module, it is drop-down field. So I'm going to use constant called drop-down value, because here stored all drop-downs from Sugar. And I need to specify here the name of the drop-down, like it will be campaign status, I believe. Yes. And here I want to pick up a value of status that I'm looking for. It's only active. So I define the value of my attribute here and link it with all this previous logic. So we are trying to find campaigns with specified product category, manufacturer, and only inactive status. For sure, it may be several campaigns with such parameters, and we may build some rules, some criteria, which campaign must be affected for particular quote line item. But let's assume that we have only one active campaign on this product category and this manufacturer. So I find one campaign or do not find any campaigns. And what we need to get from this campaign, we need to get discount value, and we need to find name of the campaign. And again, campaign is our record, and we need to get values from fields of those records. And I use get entity attributes operator here. And again, this operator is empty until I specify what entity here. And I'm looking for discount value, discount percent, and I'm looking for name value. So we get these two values, and now our task is to set these values into service parameters to later advanced workflow will be able to work with them. And firstly, let's check whether there are campaigns at all, because if you remember, in advanced workflow, I'm going to evaluate whether campaigns were found or not. And when we are talking about any conditions, we are using operator branch, which may divide your flow on two passes, true or false, based on conditions that we are going to specify here. So what our condition is whether campaigns greater than 0. So here in entities number, I will have the number of campaigns that were found by this criteria. So I'm going to evaluate this value. For example, I'm use operator A greater than B, and my A, it is the number of found entities, and the B will be a number, just number 0, means that when entities, there are more than 0 campaigns, I'm going to return to advanced workflow value of the discount and campaign name. And also I need to specify a parameter called return. But first, to input parameters in service, there is operator set service parameters. It's the opposite as was to get when I read parameters, and set now I input values in these parameters. Again, I do not have any parameters here until I specify the service. So let's return to the very beginning of our logic where we defined the service. Here it is. So I pick up it here and link in the end to the set service parameters here. And now I have all parameters from my service. I choose discount, I choose campaign name, and I choose return. And now I just input values into these parameters. As discount parameter, we input value from the campaign. As a campaign name, we are going to set value from the found record campaign. And finally, as a return parameter, we can set any string value. For example, let's choose for setting strings values operator string, and let's choose return yes. Means that we found some campaign. And also do not forget to link operators between each other to define the order of operators execution. We are going to set these parameters only when there are at least one campaign, so it is our true path here from this condition. And if false means that zero found campaigns, we are going to also to set service parameters, but we are going to set only return parameter to some other value rather than yes, for example, no. So let's do this. We are going to use operator set service parameters. Here, again, we need to return to the very beginning of our logic. Let me do this. Okay, we pick up service and let me zoom out and then zoom in. Pick and input it here. I want to specify only value in parameter return. And again, I'm going to use string constant. And for example, in this case, I'm going to set return to no and input it here. And finally, I define that it is my false flow. And actually, that is it. We build the logic to find are there any active campaigns for these products. And let's take a look what we have just done. So again, let's return on the beginning. We defined that when advanced workflow calls to the our logic that we built here in Logic Builder, we get from advanced workflow two parameters: product category ID and manufacturer ID. By these IDs, we are going to find a record to get the names, because then when we are looking for campaigns in our system, we are looking for particular campaigns which are in status active and have product category and manufacturer the same as the defined in quoted line item. And finally, if there are at least one campaign, we are going to input in parameter the value of the discount and the name of the campaign. And if there aren't any campaigns, we just say for particular parameter called return that we didn't find anything, and then we are going to evaluate this in advanced workflow. So we have just built a visual presentation, and let's save it for further usage or maybe some changes. For this, I'm going in menu in flowchart section, and say in save flowchart, I just want to give it a name. For example, let's give the name the same as the service, find campaign with special offer, and save. So I've already saved my flowchart, which is this visual presentation of my logic. And then I will be able to return to Logic Builder and bring some changes. And now we need to convert this visual presentation into code that is understandable by Sugar. For this, in Generate Sugar package, I just click on Generate button, and here I have a zip package which I'm going to deploy into Sugar. For this, I return to Sugar first of all, then go to admin section, and through module loader, I'm just upload here this package, click install and commit. So I'm installing this package like any other Sugar package through module loader. Okay, it's deployed. Let's click back. As you may see, it's almost clean sugar. I have some extensions of Logic Builder to have possibility to work with it in advanced workflow, and also the flowchart that we have just deployed. Let's return to our process definitions, to our advanced workflow process, and let's take again a look at it. So when new quoted line item creates, we are going to call to logics that we have just created. And here in settings, we specified the values of two parameters that we have used in Logic Builder right now. It's ID of category and ID of manufacturer. And then here in this gateway, we evaluate the value of parameter return. So here, if this parameter is equal to yes, we are going to check whether quote amount is more than we needed and apply a discount. And then here standard gateway where we check the value of quote amount. And then if quote amount more than $200, we are going to apply discount, where I am going to set value from parameter discount into field discount amount of quoted line item. And again, in description, I just want to specify the name of the campaign here and some constant string like discount from campaign and then campaign name from parameter. So let's see how it works in action. For this, I need firstly enable my process definition. And let's go to the quotes and let's just open some quote. So here we have some product. Let's add the product on which we have currently active campaign. It's this product because it's from this vendor and from the category on which campaign is currently active. And as you may see here, we have a discount 15%, which we applied from this campaign which is currently active. And for example, if we add one more product, for example, let's it be switcher from ABB, which do not have any current active promotional campaigns, and added the 0% discount because no active campaigns. And let's take a final look onto processes and let's process management. Let's see how it worked for these two records. So firstly, we have added a quoted line item for which we have a promotional campaign. And so our criteria new quoted line item added. Then we the custom logic developed in Logic Builder was executed. Here we evaluate result in return parameter, which was yes, because we found campaign. Then we evaluate amount of our quote, which was more than 200, and then we apply discount. We just get the value 15%, which we set in logic from Logic Builder, and apply this value into field in quoted line item. And if we take a look at the second process for the second product, again the logic were executed. We have result no for return here because there aren't any active promotional campaigns on this product, so the process was just ended. So about my showcase, that is all what I want to show. Let me just open presentation and say that this is how Sugar admin could benefit, extend BPM configuration by leveraging advanced workflow with Logic Builder. And I really hope that this configuration practice we discussed today brings you an idea how to address your business challenge and how to solve it. And I would be really happy to answer any questions whether the config approach is applicable to overcome your challenge. So please do not hesitate to contact me. And finally, I want to say that Logic Builder has trial period, so you're welcome to try it yourself. And thank you all for watching. Have a good day. And oh, I see that there is one question. Hi, Anastasia. Hi, can I do that with a custom module? It means a product's custom module. Yeah, actually, you may use custom models in Logic Builder, so answer is yes. There are no, for now, questions, and if you have some, again, please contact me on the email address you can see on the screen. Thank you all, guys. Have a good day and hope to see you soon.